Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Thursday, November 6th, 2025. We have an update, and we have Kitco malfunctioning, but gold is up significantly over 4,000, I believe. And I don't have a silver spot price, but in the futures market, silver is 48.42. The gold silver ratio 82.54, hanging in there. The 10-year yield was a big surprise yesterday, climbing well over 4.10 and moving up to 4.15 or 4.16. What is that mark there? About 4.16. Now we're off today. This was kind of a spoiler for the precious metals market with the interest rates really rallying hard. I'm guessing, this is just a guess here, but I think it has something to do with the Supreme Court's review of the tariff decisions. And perhaps if tariffs go away, then the deficit grows as a result of loss of government revenue. I'm just guessing at that. I think it is a one-off, and I still do expect the long rate to fall, but it has been spoiling the party in precious metals that have been just stuck in the mud lately. The dollar went over 100 and then proceeded to crash back here along with the long rates, so it could be a very good day for metals. So we have the dollar at 99.80. Copper prices up 2 cents to 5.05. Platinum prices up $5. They haven't really got the memo yet, but 15.68 in the platinum futures market. Gold miners up 1.5% to 71.73, but to me the chart looks sick. Silver miners up 1.73 to 63.56, but it's going to have to find a solid bottom in here. All right, we've got Market Watch, and Thursday, probably no initial jobless claims, probably no U.S. productivity, wholesale inventories. What else? We got a whole bunch of Fed head speakers. Now, for the most part, they agreed to stand pat, although one wanted a further rate cut, another one wanted no cut at all. It's a divided Fed, so we'll have to see what they say. I don't know, it could be somewhat calming to the market here. And then tomorrow, more Fed head speakers. If we get it, U.S. employment report, hourly wages, consumer credit. Okay, so I think this market is just going to have to figure it out for itself. We've got the Chicago Fed unemployment estimate at 4.36 in October. I don't follow that measure, but that does not sound good. Let's keep going here to the pre-markets. In the stock market, we're in the extreme fear category, top end of it at 24. Dow futures up 41, S&P futures up 15, NASDAQ futures up 61, probably liking those lower interest rates today. But I don't see how we get a stock market crash with so much hedging going on and so much fear in the market. Usually crashes come in the stock market when you get into the extreme greed category. So it's a contrary indicator right there. So I don't think we have to fear a big market pull down here, pulling precious metals with it. Okay, and now we're on to the deals. Welcome all new members, subscribers, and people just passing by. Now's a great time for a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing here. And I get my Scooby Snacks from you because I'm sponsored by no bullion dealer. Your question of the day before we move on is I'm going to show you several cull options today, C-U-L-L, and C rhymes with crappy, and some people think that's quite snappy. Do you buy culls? And explain it to me. I would really like to know because I'm not a cull kind of guy. But I could see some logic in it. But do you buy cull sovereign? Do you buy secondary market 1 ounce rounds? Do you buy cull silver eagles, cull Morgans, or peace dollars? Let us know why you do that, because I know there's a whole movement about cull, and it is certainly a cheaper premium if you're in the silver is silver camp. Maybe that's the reason, but I could find you a 100-ounce bar for less. So what's the deal with culls? Why are you in the cull camp? And if you're not, tell us why that is as well. Let's get on to the deals. We'll do just kind of a sampling today in the small gold category. 1 gram gold in assay 154 at summit with gold over 4,000. Nothing's going to sound cheap today. A 1/10 gold eagle, 446 at bullion exchanges. Moving on to a cheaper coin, a 1/4 ounce gold polar bear, 1,057 at Golden Eagle. And a $5 commemorative. You know I like these. Oh, it just went out of stock. That was in stock a minute ago, but premiums are very low on those U.S. sovereign gold coins. We'll try to find it on eBay. A 1-ounce gold eagle is $4,149. Not a terrible price. Half-ounce random sovereign mint coin, and I believe they're uncirculated, 2,066 at Monument Metals. Looks like gold is taken off here. And yeah, okay. Let's see. We will do, oh, I don't know. Let's do a Britannia just for giggles. 4,114 Summit Metals. Quite a beautiful coin, by the way. Moving on to a Krugerrand, also a cheap way to go. And these are uncirculated, I think. I'm not going to dig it out. Maybe they're not. Probably doesn't matter. 4,068 at Safe Haven Metals. I've still never used them. 100 Corona is also very cheap. The 5 peso is a cheap 1/4 ounce gold sovereign coin. And yeah, they say it's $14.99 over melt. They say gold is 4,016. Yeah, I think that's pretty close there. So $15 over melt. Of course, when they say that, that's $15 over 1/4 ounce melt. So that would put you 1/4 ounce weight. So that would actually put you $60 over melt. But a smoking price on a pretty neat little coin there. I like that one. All right, let's keep going here. Platinum, I think you could still buy this 1/3 ounce platinum offering from bullion.com. $5.49 for 1/3 of an ounce of platinum. You can buy as many of those as you want. I don't know if they charge sales tax. Some dealers will charge, and some states will require dealers to charge sales tax on all platinum sales. Be very careful with that. Do not pay sales tax. Just move on to the next listing if that's what they try to do to you. Let's move on to palladium. I don't know. I haven't even checked this. Who cares? Who wants it? I don't. 1,603. You are really off the reservation with palladium unless you have some inside knowledge of that industry. A silver eagle is 54.61 at bullion exchanges. That's a random date. BU Silver Eagle. A cull Silver Eagle can be had for $51.70. If you're buying those, let us know why. Monument Metals has those. Green light is still on. I think for gold, we're clearly bouncing around here around $4,000, and honestly, a little stronger than I thought after the last several days sell-off. Silver, I think we continue to be in the 46 to 50 range, and you may want to be buying as we are closer to 46, and do whatever you do when we get closer to 50. I think we're going to spend a few weeks here in the 46 to 50 range, which would be very, very productive for ultimate increases up to my target of 65. So I think you've got some time. Could be wrong. I'm often wrong, but I think you got a little bit of time here between 46 and 50 to be discriminating about what you buy, what you want. And if there's anything you want to dump, well, do that as well and move into something you want. Silver maple, this is a BU maple, but I don't know. They look older. I'd be a little skeptical. 53.83, cheap maples there at BGASC. Maybe they're going to come with milk spots. If you bought that, let me know what you got. Here's a cull maple over at APMEX, and any quantity pricing, $51.83. One advantage of these is they are 4.9, so you could melt them, but I wouldn't pay up that much for culls. I don't even like culls. Let's do a silver kangaroo. That's going to be $52.11 at bullion exchanges. A Britannia is going to be $52.46 at the same place. And a little lonely Philharmonic is going to be $51.41 at bullion exchanges. Also a BU coin, and I don't know why you wouldn't buy that. About that, had a sneezing fit. Kind of cold here in the morning lately. Okay, let's go on to the Marine Privy. This is coming up at the U.S. Mint on November 10th. Put that on your calendar if you didn't already pick that up. No, you can't pick that up. So put that on your calendar. You definitely want one of those. You probably make $100 on that coin. Let's move on to Costco. And I liked the deals yesterday. Boy, when spot price popped, they hadn't adjusted their prices. They had that 10-gram pack smoking. What do we got? We've got, oh, now instead of, what was it? It went to 514 or was it? I think it was 514 yesterday for the Dragon bar. That's the bar I like. Oh, that comes in a card. Well, it's 529 for the Dragon bar in the card. You know, I've learned if you're a reseller, flipper, etc., these bars and cards are just a pain in the neck. You know, if there's a little nick in the corner of the card or a bend, your buyer will send it back. So it's a great offering. That Dragon bar is very nice, but I've sworn off silver in cards. Okay, you can't, it's also very, very hard to vacuum seal them. So anyway, but there's Costco, a couple of things, but much pricier than yesterday. Let's move on to junk. It's about $1 under spot. What else do you want to know? Okay, and Cull World Coin. So here for you Cull guys again. 40, what's the one price? The one price is 50.34. A tube is 50.14. So these are circulated world coins, and boy, oh boy, they look like they will be ugly. If it's only tarnish, you can dip those in baking soda and aluminum foil. You don't need to pay $20 for e-zest. You just dip it in stuff you have around the house. Pat it dry. Don't wipe it. Maybe they'll clean up a little bit. If they're milk spotted, give up. Put those in the furnace. Please get milk spots out of circulation. But that's a good price for cull, right? Can't complain about that. And what else? Let's do a kilo. A kilo, 1,624 at Safe Haven. A Hyundai is about $1 over spot, 4,955 at Monument Metals. Moving on to this is the other one you want to pick up. Comes out today at 10, 11, 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. If you didn't pick this up, pick up the limited edition silver proof set over at the U.S. Mint. You probably make $100 on that as well. What can you do with 100 ounce? Well, $100? Well, you can buy a couple of silver eagles, huh? Okay, not too bad. Now we're on eBay, and on eBay we'll utilize our best rebate credit cards. I like the PayPal card, American Express Everyday Cash. Check out through PayPal, and you're going to get 3% back on silver eagles. And what do we got on a silver eagle deal? I have some news for you here. It's very, very, very disappointing to me. One of my favorite sellers, Bullion Limited, which may or may not be related to bullion.com, is selling silver eagles. Now, these are culls, okay. So here you can get culls for about $50 out the door. So they say they're culls, you buy them, they're going to be messed up, and that's exactly what you expect, and that's a good deal, okay? But people have been buying, and we'll skip Pinehurst here. People have been buying, where the heck is the bullion? This one here. Okay, people have been buying this deal here, which I thought was a pretty good deal for BU, and they're getting shit. Okay, so the person that just told me they got in the tube, they got mixed dates. You don't want that, although I could accept that. There's nothing in the listing that tells me they won't do that. But they're also getting milk spotted coins. If you got that from Bullion, whatever, limited here, do a return. Please do a return through eBay. That is not okay to get milk spotted coins in a BU tube. I do not expect that from this dealer, and I'm very disappointed. But these culls here, I would buy every day of the week at that price if I was a cull guy. Now, here are impaired silver eagles from Pinehurst. Those are going to be about 53, about 51.70 out the door. Pinehurst has a history of sending some pretty nice backdate eagles, and they could be very old. They will be toned. I can live with that, and who knows, they could be messed up, but I have typically liked the Pinehurst deal. Also a good deal for impaired, but you can't beat this culled eagle deal. So, you know, when they say they're cull, they could be colorized, they could be dinged, I don't think they'd have holes in them, but that's a good deal there. And if you want to go all the way up to BU, now I got to skip bullion.com. BU, I got to skip you guys. Who is this guy? This is mid-size seller, 100% feedback, $8 shipping, 2004. Ooh, very old eagles. They look okay. Those look okay, and that's 20-year-old eagle right there. He'll take a best offer. Say he says he takes 1050. You'd be at 52.50 minus 7. Oh, you'd be at $51 out the door. So play with this guy. I think I would do that deal right there. Come on, channel members, grab that one. That looks okay to me. That looks A-okay for some cheap backdate eagles. The older they are, they gain some value. Maybe I'll just do the maples today. There's that ugly listing. Here is one from... I'm going to skip you, bullion.com. I did not like that story. I don't know, 1350, 1340. Let me go on to something else. How about Britannias? Britannias are going for 1323 for BU Britannias. Okay, that's a good deal, good seller. 1323 on the cheat sheet, which incorporates a 3% rebate, puts you at about 51.30. That's a good deal right there for BU coins. Let's keep going. What'd I do? I'm going to skip those, go to junk in the trunk. And junk in the trunk, which we've been scoring $3 under spot, $2 to $3. 34.1. It is a mid-size seller, 100% feedback, free shipping, and they look to be, yeah, they look okay. Yeah, they look okay. 34.1. Take $1.20 off. You'd be at 32.2 times face. Doing the math there, 32.2 after credit card rebate, divided by who you're going to call, 0.715. And you got those at $45 an ounce, $2.50 under spot or $3 under spot. So you buy that all day long if you believe in junk. I do. I'm a big believer in junk. How about a big lot? And you guys cleaned out the mercs, I think. Yeah, I don't see the mercs. Let's go to 34.4 would be 33.2, same price. Here's some dimes, a little bit more. Here's the mercs, 34.8. I know you guys like this seller. I see you buying these. Yes. Wish he had been there when I bought my shitty mercs from Liberty. Okay, let's keep going here, and I'll skip the Carson Cities and the Morgans. How about a 1 ounce Libertad? Some of you want these. Here's a tube, 1549 divided by 25. 4 times that, $60. Okay, nah, I don't want to pay $60. I paid, man, what did I pay? I don't even remember, 38, something like that. Let's see, I love the libs, you know. The only time I lose money on a Libertad is when I dabble in the proof Libertads. They are absolutely 100%, trust me on this, toxic, guys. They will milk spot. They will milk spot in the slab. You'll pay $1,000 for one. You'll come back, it'll have a big old milk spot on it 5 years later. Do not mess with the proof Libertads. I know many of you disagree with me. If you're going to buy it and flip it, if you're going to buy it, grade it, flip it, okay. Don't put those proof libs in your stack. I swear you will be disappointed with that. And the BU, they can spot as well, but usually not. And they do tarnish like crazy for some reason. So vacuum seal the BUs. The story on flipping coins is, and I haven't mentioned this for a long time, but you want to buy typically brilliant uncirculated coins that are as close to spot as possible, that have high appreciation potential and have low potential for spotting. Okay, anything from the Royal Mint, absolutely toxic in their proof categories. If people are telling you to buy that crap, back away, okay? Even their BU coins tend to spot more than others. So Royal British Mint stuff, older Canadian Mint stuff, proof Libertads, even, you know, Well, I won't go off the reservation too far here. So if you get yourself into a BU Libertad at $5 over spot, you have potential for mintage to come out low. They're not going to milk spot on you for the most part, and you can obtain a $10, $20 premium on that. That is a lot smarter move than buying a $300 proof Libertad in a slab. Okay, guys, that's my advice to you. It's a home run when you just pay a few dollars over spot for something with collector potential. That's how I roll, and that has worked 9 out of 10 times with Libertads. And they're just getting more collectible over time. The cheapest kilo, 1,636. Minus $50 would be put you $15.90. Not a bad price on a kilo. How about a hundy? Oh no, we're in the vintage bar category. Vintage bars are cool because they come, messed up, and they stay messed up, and they don't degrade over time. You can handle them. Baker Boyer, what's that? I like the exotic stuff here. But make sure you get a mint mark that is recognizable. Some of you buying weird Frankenstein bars with mint marks you've never seen before. So beware of that. Could be a fake. Here's a Bach bar, 585. Oh, that's a 5-ounce bar. I need to make this a 10-ounce sort. Let's see. Ooh, what's this? GR poured. 10.21. Odd weight are better than flat weights. Okay, that makes them older, more likely from the 70s than the 80s. That's a recognized bar. Kind of a weak stamp on that. 614 on that one. You don't see it all that often. Let's move on to a kilo kook. A kilo kook is going for 1847. Keep it. 1847? Who in the hell's going to buy that? That's too expensive. Let's do 1-ounce rounds. 1-ounce rounds are 5,074 out the door, 49.20. Good price. Probably circulated secondary market. These prospectors are restrikes. Don't get those confused with the original. It's a good price. In a small lot, $1,000 for Liberty rounds. Nah. Big seller, good feedback, free shipping. What's wrong with these rounds? I have seen this before, and it's really a little bit cheap. That's a little cheap. That's $50 a round. Out the door, $48.50. No, I guess not. Probably going to have some marks in those fields. When you buy rounds, you really don't want stuff with plain shiny fields. They tend to get messed up. Rather than something like a Sunshine Mint round right there. Here's the Pin Ultimate round is a Sunshine Mint silver round. Oh, this is actually much, much better. $9.95, $12 shipping. Get that out the door under $49. It's got the authenticator with the Secret Super X-ray glasses. That's a very upscale round right there. If you are new and you're wondering what to buy, put some of those in your stack. I think you'll be really, really, really happy with them. They're the same mint that makes the planchets for the Silver Eagles. Yes, they are. Okay, and we'll go to a 100-ounce bar. 100-ounce bar is going to get past the promos. $49.83 on that, $150 off. Will put you at $48.33, and that is still over spot. I don't want to pay that much for a 100-ounce bar. Let's do a tube of peace dollars, $9.11 for 20, minus 3%. A tube of Morgans are going to be, best offer. This is a big seller, good feedback, free shipping. These are 2021s, the least desirable of the silver Morgans, and those look, I don't know, they look okay to me. You never know if they've been cleaned or not. But for those of you that buy culls, I don't know why you don't buy something like this. So this is going to be, let's say he takes $9.75. Let's say you get out the door at $49 or something like that for BU Morgans, and you're paying $40 for the culls. I would pay up for the BU personally. But 21 is not a terribly collectible year. Let's do a cheapest platinum. You're not going to beat that 3rd-ounce deal, I don't think. Oh, this is 1 ounce. Well, $16.69 minus $45, about $1,600 out the door. But you could buy 3 of those 1/3 ounce, I think, for a little cheaper up at the dealer. And I'm going to send you wherever it's cheaper, okay? This is what I do for myself. I don't mind doing it for you, too. And I appreciate it when you click the links on eBay. When you do find something there that is cheaper with a good credit card, I appreciate it if you click my links. That does help my channel and pays the bills. Let's see. And here we've got 1 gram of gold at 147, about 144 out the door for itty bitty stackers. Don't pay sales tax, guys. 1/10 random gold, 444 for a 1/10 gold eagle. Who are you? Big seller. Good feedback. In a neat little tube there. He's protected it. That looks okay. So that's 444, and then 3% off would give you $13 off. You'd be about 430 out the door. Over at the big dealers, that is going to be 430 versus this one right here, 445, $15 per 1/10 ounce gold eagle savings right there. Let's go on to a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. We've been smoking them on this right. You don't want a hole in. That's a Liberty. Here's 1100. Something wrong with that. 5 feedback seller. I'm sorry, I click that every day. Here is an old 1/4 ounce gold eagle, 2006 for 1100. Big seller, fair feedback, $16 shipping. There's something about this seller people don't like. But if you grit your teeth and buy that, you'll be out the door at 1,067. 1,067 from that dealer if you want to take a chance. I'm not recommending him. 1,067 versus 1,093. Save $30 on a gold eagle, 1/4 ounce gold eagle. I'd probably go for the $17. I'd probably go to Modern Coin Mart. Let's go to a 1/2 ounce gold eagle. 1/2 ounce. Oh, wait a minute, I'm in the wrong place. Hold the phone. 1/2 ounce gold eagle is going to be $21.49, and that's bullion.com. But I don't know. That's only one feedback I've gotten. We'll see. Maybe that's a one-off. $21.49 on that. $64 off would put you at $2,085, something like that. 2,085, if I did my math right, compared to you right there, 2,136. That looks like about a $50 savings. What can you do with $50? Buy yourself a silver eagle with it. Yeah, man. How about a buffalo? Haven't seen a good deal on buffaloes in a long, long time. Here's Liberty. Got some PF70s in the slabs. Here you go, you guys, with your slabbed gold. Recognize it's worth absolutely nothing to the dealer or the general public, and I highly recommend you don't do that. And if you're talking to a dealer or an online vendor or a TV vendor or some guy that sounds like your grandpa trying to sell you this crap at $4,700, this is the ultimate destination that you are headed for. You are headed for the slabbed, and this is even a 70 Ultra Cameo, and it's a proof to boot. Okay, $43.74. Let's see how cheap we can get this for. See, no added value. $43.74 times 0.97. We're going to compare this to the BU average deal. Okay, $42.42. And I know it's not all that cheap, but what are they charging at the dealers? Best price anywhere on the internet I can find. $42.72 versus $41.93. Okay, all right. Well, you're paying up $80 for it, but I guarantee there's a lot more. There's a lot more, cost involved with slabbing that and buying that. So don't buy those. 43. Am I in the promoted listings? Well, we're striking out. So actually, that is more expensive, and I would not buy that. But kind of ruined my point. I was hoping to make my point, and I didn't. Okay, let's do a $5 commemorative. Smoke it here. Come on, smoke it. $1,000 should put you at about $970 out the door. The dealer price on a very, very good choice for you guys. $970 versus this little guy right. Where'd it go? $970 versus right there. Best price at the dealers is, oh, out of stock. I don't know, let's just go to bullion exchanges. Okay, error, whatever. $5 commemorative. And those are going for $9.78. Well, you only save $8, but that's very close to spot at $9.78. Oh gosh, didn't make my point again. Okay, let me keep going. Let's do a 50 peso. Maybe we'll get lucky here. 50 peso, that one looks like it's got chocolate in the middle. 5,048 on this one, $155 off. And you would be at 4,900. 4,900. That's a good choice, I think. 4,900 divided by 1.21 and a fraction. 40.49, and gold is at nope, still $40 over spot. Okay. What the hell? Let's see. I forgot to check the silver futures, didn't I? So silver 48.43, silver futures 48.42, exact parity. I guess that story is not a story anymore. Is silver actually, the strength is very encouraging here. Oh my God. It just moved down 48.38 just to fool me. Let's keep going here. Platinum coin in platinum bar in assay 25 pack 16.59, about 1,600 out the door. Not a terrible price for platinum. Let's see, but the 1/3 ounce is going to be cheaper. I just like the fractional in the platinum category. And here we are to the cards. Amex card's great. PayPal card's great. Quicksilver card I like for other reasons. Saver card from Capital One is such a great card. If you click my link here, it benefits my channel, and you'll get 3% off at the grocery store. Capital One is a very good outfit, and it even worked at a restaurant the other day. So it is really, really hard to find 3% rebate credit cards, cash rebates. I don't mean air miles or beauty products or whatever people get with their cards. I mean 3% cold hard cash. That's why the PayPal card is really unusual. Okay, absolutely terrible company, horrible customer service, and extremely high interest rates. But 3% cash back, unlimited, is really unusual. That's why I use it. And then the Amex card, which is here, is a great card, but you need really good credit for that one for the 3% cash back. Okay, and both these cards, Amex and PayPal, work at the U.S. Mint. If you're picking up those sets today, hope you have either of these cards and check out, get your 3% cash back, then make your $100 on the set, and go buy a couple of Silver Eagles. Okay, and then typical is 1.5% cash back. Wells Fargo is a 2% cash back. And that's it, man. I don't know anything that has high limits for purchasing gold and silver that gets you 3%. Some cards have 5% cash back, but they cap out so quickly you can't even buy an ounce of gold. Somewhere like Costco, a 2% cash back is going to be their card. And Walmart, 5%, what's that called? Forget the name of the card, the 5%. People are getting 5% cash back on precious metals on Walmart most of the time. So that is working for people, and you ought to check that out until they stop it. And they will at some point. Okay, probably when they got enough people buying those cards, they'll pull the plug on that. Let's look at my Engelhard deal down here. And, missed it. Where's my Engelhard? This one right here. It is back up at 516. You can buy that any day of the week. This is an example, a good example of a long-term hold bar that has a built-in floor. It's a few dollars more than a cull round or something. And it does fluctuate with the price of silver, but you get some old vintage Engelhard bars. You will always have a floor under those bars, and they do appreciate over time. So that's kind of a good example and why I've bought this before. Unfortunately, I only got the pressed bars. Okay, and moving on. Thank you so much for the cups of coffee. I do appreciate that, you guys. And thank you for joining my membership channel. I appreciate every one of you guys, and I like getting to know you. Don't hesitate to email me at losinglouis@yahoo.com if you need any advice or whatever you need. And then here's some other picks of the day. And don't forget the chat room. These guys are very smart in here, and I often pick up some of my deals from the stuff that they track down. So it's kind of a skunk works and a very, very valuable tool for the website, for the individuals, the relationships I have with some of these people, and the questions. And newbies are always welcome there. So check it out. And they go way off the reservation. You may want to go to Pure Precious Metals. You may want to use coupon deals with GovMint, who I absolutely hate GovMint. I don't want to send you there. You may want to get on a Facebook Marketplace. I don't go down those rabbit holes for very, very good reasons. But people that are braver than I am, they poke around and they get some very, very good deals. So if you roll that way, go that way. Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again for the thumbs up, and happy hunting.